recently received our first extended look at the highly anticipated movie adaptation of Wicked through its first full-length trailer, and I am freaking out. Big time freak out. We got a lot to discuss, so let's get into it. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name is Kat. I really like musicals. If you really like musicals, hit subscribe to join the musical theater internet cult. We're actually divvying ourselves up into Team Glinda and Team Elphaba, kind of in the same vein as the Twilight Saga in the mid-2000s, you know, Team Edward, Team Jacob. We really wanted to get t-shirts, and it seemed like this was going to be the most efficient way. Thank you to Backstage for sponsoring today's video. We'll hear from them in just a sec, but first I want to hear from you. Question of the day, what did you think about the Wicked trailer? What are your favorite details? What's something you're looking forward to? Maybe something you're nervous about? Love it, hate it, somewhere in between? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. Real quick, let me show you a great way to find auditions. Thank you to Backstage for sponsoring today's video. Backstage is the #1 name in casting and the fastest way to find your next audition. With Backstage, you can find in-person auditions, submit self-tapes, and apply to casting calls worldwide. Backstage has been the leading standard of casting since the 60s when it started as a trade publication and now continues to do so online. Backstage allows you to quickly filter through casting calls by different things like gender, location, age range, union status, project type, and more. That's my favorite feature because it makes finding auditions so incredibly convenient. You don't have to waste time scouring through casting calls looking to find one that fits you. You get to actually spend time on the thing that matters, auditioning. In addition to finding auditions, Backstage also has a robust library of industry articles, interviews, and advice. I love Backstage. It's easy to use. I've used it at different times in my life, both as a student and professional, auditioning and on the casting side. The info on there is invaluable. It's a phenomenal tool and resource for actors that I highly recommend that everybody check out. And if you want to join, they have a discount code for us. You can get your first month of Backstage for only $5 when you sign up using code CAT5. Click the link down below or visit backstage.com and use code CAT5 to get your first month of Backstage for only $5. Thank you to Backstage for sponsoring this segment, and thank you guys for checking out our sponsors. And now, back to the video. Okay, I'll officially say it right here, right now. I am so incredibly excited for this movie. I love Wicked. Wicked has been a longtime favorite musical of mine. It's been a longtime favorite for a lot of people. It's a modern classic. I was so nervous to see how they were going to adapt this to the big screen. And I'll say it right now, against my better judgment, I'm starting to get really optimistic about this movie. And I'm so scared that I'm gonna get burned, can I just say? Like, after what they did with Cats, I don't think I could survive another Cats.
Do they have people teeth?
So I've been keeping my hopes kinda low to the ground. Time and time again, everything that we learn about the Wicked movie has been exceptional, and it's been blowing my expectations out of the water every time. Especially with all of this new footage from the trailer. Not only is this a phenomenal movie trailer, but it's a phenomenal trailer for the story of Wicked. My top takeaways that I got from the trailer: #1, first and foremost, Jon M is my president. There's a reason that the magic is so palpable in this trailer. That's because this movie is being led by people who really care about this musical. If you haven't already, I'd highly recommend checking out this behind the scenes featurette that they also dropped with the trailer. I'll actually link it down below if you haven't seen it because it's phenomenal. But Jon talks about how Wicked has been his all-time dream project, like the #1 thing he's ever wanted to do, and bring that to the screen. Ariana Grande talking about how Glinda has been her dream role since she was 10, or Cynthia Erivo bursting into tears when she gets the part. The snippets of their auditions, it's so evident that this movie is in the hands of some hardcore musical theater nerds. They have so much love and care and deep reverence for the material that you know that they're going to do right by it. They care about getting every little detail right, building out this massive world for all of us to see that we only usually get to see just a little snippet of on stage. I think it's gonna be a stunning adaptation. The props, those massive set pieces, the costumes, oh my god, we'll come back to that in a sec, but I feel like they're really utilizing the fact that we're in a new medium, that we're in film, and we get to see all of these things that we usually can't see in the back of a Broadway theater, like the details on these costumes. Those costumes are gonna steal the show. I am blown away. I'm inspired. They are so stunning. I think they're an early front runner for the Academy Awards. I had to look it up, and the designer's name is Paul Tazewell. He's a Tony Award-winning costume designer. He actually costumed the remake of West Side Story just a couple of years ago, and that made him the first ever African-American man to be nominated for an Academy Award for costume design. I can absolutely see him earning another nomination, if not the award, for his work on Wicked, because I'm already floored. These costumes are insane. The sleeves, the layers, the drama, the colors. It's so lush and, again, adds so much to this visual world of Oz that we're building. Fun fact, as you probably noticed, Glinda is wearing pink for the entire trailer. When Wicked was first adapted into a musical, they legally were unable to dress Glinda in a pink ball gown because it infringed on the copyright of the OG movie character. However, now they can because I'm not sure. Okay, I fell down like a giant copyright rabbit hole this morning going through like who owns what parts of The Wizard of Oz, and it's really interesting because Warner Brothers owns it now. There have been so many different legal issues when it comes to depictions of Oz characters in other iterations of The Wizard of Oz story. In fact, it's been a major issue as recent as 2011. I was able to find articles talking about it. It's an interesting little deep dive if you want to dig into it, but long story short, Universal and Warner Brothers were probably able to reach some sort of agreement. Same with the ruby slippers. Most adaptions, including Wicked, dress Dorothy in silver slippers rather than ruby because that's what appears in the book. MGM actually made the choice to change the slippers from silver to ruby because the movie was going to be shot in Technicolor and they wanted to make the shoes pop. So normally, Dorothy can't wear ruby slippers. But according to fans who have attended different conventions, apparently there has been Wicked footage including some ruby slippers. Completely switching gears, the other major moment in this trailer that I wanted to talk about is Dr. Dillamond. You guys know that I am a Dr. Dillamond hater. I am simply a Peter Dinklage lover. It's not fair that they're doing this to me. I don't want to be known as the girl who likes Dr. Dillamond now, and that's who you're turning me into, and frankly, I'm upset. I'm upset. My big takeaway is that maybe Dr. Dillamond should be a puppet in the stage musical because I am a big fan, okay, of the talking CGI goat. I feel like it makes so much more sense for the character. I feel like I get a better sense of who he is and what his life is like and how he's treated, and the fact that he's like an actual goat and not like my centaur nightmare paralysis demon. He looks like Mr. Tumnus from the Chronicles of Narnia, but you ordered him off of Temu. He looks like if you asked AI to mix the goat from Big Thunder Mountain from Disneyland with Benjamin Franklin, but then 3D printed out as a Party City decoration. So I'll happily take CGI Peter Dinklage goat over that any day. I also think the trailer did a phenomenal job setting up part 2 and what the plot line and story arc is gonna be, especially for Glinda, or sorry, Glinda. With a guy. Apparently there will be new songs for the movie, which I'm very curious to see if it'll be in part 1 or part 2. I really hope that they don't feel too written for the movie, if you know what I mean. I feel like whenever an extra song is added, it feels so out of place. Like it doesn't quite fit, but I'm really thinking and hoping that that's probably not gonna be the case. So I'm curious to see where they're going to add a song and like what moments they're going to expand into. Maybe something for Nessa or for Bach. Also notably, still no Ethan Slater in the trailer. It's starting to feel really purposeful at this point. I watched SpongeBob the Musical, by the way, for the first time. SpongeBob the Musical is a trip. It's on Paramount Plus, if you didn't know. I highly recommend watching it. I have so many questions. Oh shiz, just kidding. Ethan Slater is in the trailer. He's hiding in the back of the Ozdust Ballroom in a blink and you'll miss it moment. So there we go. Interestingly, kind of continuing the trend we've seen lately, we've got another trailer for a movie musical hiding the fact that it's a movie musical. I will say Wicked did a pretty okay job. We've got some dancing, we've got some previews of the music, preview of some killer vocals, and the trailer definitely seemed more musical than, say, Mean Girls or Wonka, but still you had no one just straight up singing to the camera. Curious to see when we will get that, if we do. But those are just some of my thoughts. I want to hear from you. What did you think about the extended Wicked movie musical trailer? Love it, hate it, somewhere in between, something that you are dying to talk about? Share it in the comments down below. If you're new here, hit subscribe, join the musical theater internet cult. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Thank you again to Backstage for sponsoring this video. Click that link down below or use code CAT5 when you sign up to get your first month of Backstage for only $5. I hope you're having a great day. I love you so much. break a leg, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!